The quarterfinals of the Fuddruckers State Soccer Championships got underway with girls Class A through 3A. Rehoboth met up with Socorro, and Rehoboth scored the first goal of the day. They took a 1-0 lead, but the upset was not meant to be. Socorro rattled off 10 straight, and they move on to the semis with a 10-1 victory. St. Michael's met up with Robertson, and the Lady Horsemen put up 5 goals. Here's one of them. They beat Robertson 5-1, and they will see Socorro at 9 a.m. The Bosque girls blanked East Mountain 4-0. They're moving on, and they move on to the semis against Sandia Prep. The 3-time defending state champs beat Santa Fe Prep 5-1. The next session was boys 4A, and the rain was coming down. Los Lunas advanced to the semifinals for the second straight year, this time with a 3-0 win over Chaparral. The Tigers will take on Albuquerque Academy in the semis. The top-ranked Chargers met up with Lovington. This one was tied at 1 at the break, but the Chargers put in 2 second-half goals and beat Lovington 3-1. Other winners in quarterfinal action were both shutouts. St. Pius blanked Taos 3-0 and Los Alamos shut out Hope Christian 4-0. Moving on to girls Class 5A, Carlsbad and Albuquerque High were tied at 0s late in the match. In the final minutes, the Cave girls got the goal they needed to advance. Carlsbad over Albuquerque High 1-0. They move on to the semifinals. Cibola fell behind early but rallied to beat El Dorado. Top-seeded Volcano Vista shut out Mayfield, and Centennial upset La Cueva with a late goal 2-1. Boys Class A through 3A, Monte del Sol and Hatch Valley were playing such a good one they needed overtime. The Dragons got the victory in the first OT, 5-4 the final. Monte del Sol is moving on. They will face St. Michael's in the semis. The Horsemen upset top seed Bosque. Defending state champ Sandia Prep advanced, and New Mexico Military Institute pulled off a double overtime win over Tierra Encantada. Girls Class 4A, Hope Christian didn't take long to get on the board against Los Lunas. They had a couple first-half goals and went on to win big 8-0. The Huskies advanced to the semis to meet Albuquerque Academy. The defending state champs posted a shutout over Grants. Top seed St. Pius with a 5-0 win. They get the Aztec Tigers in the semis Thursday at 2. Finally, boys Class 5A, Rio Rancho, a 1-goal win to advance to the semifinals, and Hobbs came from behind to beat Atrisco Heritage. Those two winners square off Thursday at 3 o'clock. Unbeaten number 1 Albuquerque High put up 3 goals in the first half against La Cueva, but the Bears battled back. La Cueva would score 3 of their own to force overtime. In OT, Albuquerque High with the game winner. The Bulldogs remain unbeaten with a 4-3 overtime win. Speaking of overtime, Cleveland and Gadsden went 2 overtimes, and this one was decided on a shootout. When Gadsden couldn't convert, the Storm clinched the win. They move on to the semifinals, and I want to point out this compete with class moment. Check out Cleveland's Victor Andrade and his teammate go over to the Panther player and give him some encouraging words after a hard-fought battle. The semifinals will be played on Thursday.